Good morning, Marianne from Coastal Love and Decor. Okay, if you saw at the beginning, I demolded this deep dish turtle. And I did this in the Kimmy Shimmer by Color Passion. So there's that. So I want to level this up. This would be fine on its own, but I'm going to do something different. So I mixed up my resin. I mixed up about 3 ounces. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but we'll see. I'm not filling this whole dish. I'm just going to put a nice layer of sand, sand dollar, and starfish. So, like I said, I've mixed up my resin. I mixed up my white from my waves using Passion Top Cell White from Color Passion. I've got that mixed and sitting. And now I'm going to mix up some sand. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a little bit of resin in there. And I'm just going to add my sand. And we're just going to start mixing it up. Probably need a bigger cup than this, but we'll see. Usually when I mix sand, I usually have more than I need, but we shall see. Now, I don't want it runny because where I put it, I want it to stay in place. Let me add some more. And I'm just going to mix this. Now, this sand is called filler sand. I probably got it at Hobby Lobby. I do have sand from Florida. But for this piece, I chose this. I kind of like the color. Yeah, let me see. Maybe a little bit more. And I might have to mix up more once I start putting it into the turtle. Just like so. But you just want to make sure it is all coated. So I'm going to try this for now. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. Get this all in. And I'm probably going to need some more, I think. But we'll see here in 1 minute. Now, I want to get my sand dollar in there. But I want it to lay pretty level. So, I think I'm just going to do like so. And I want it to look like it's partially buried in the sand. Like so. Just like that. I don't want the whole dollar covered. That looks pretty good. And what I might do is let this sit I'm not sure if that's what I want to do yet. But I want to put this sand dollar right there. And I'm just going to go like that. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm done with the sand. I think I'm good with that. Okay, so I'm probably thinking I might have to do 2 coats, but we'll see here. All right, let me take my heat gun or torch and go over that real quick. And I'm trying to decide if I should wait to pour it, the rest of my resin, or, well, let's see what happens here. That's why I wanted my sand thick. But I think I'm probably going to have to do 2 coats. We'll do let this one sit for roughly 3 hours. And then I'll put another top coat on it because I don't want this to be so thick that it's not like a deep dish, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Just like so. Now if the sand moves a little bit, I'm okay with that. I just don't want it coming up in here. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this. So far, my sand's been working out. So far. But like I said, with resin, you just never, ever know. Okay. All right. So I have my Alexa set for 30 minutes. That's the working time I have with this. Well, it's a total of 40, but I'm giving myself 30. So, let's see. Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 18 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Okay, so I've got 18 minutes left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and do the white waves. It'll be the first layer. So I'm going to pause this, and then I'll come back in 10 minutes, and we'll put on a maybe 1 layer of white. And then I know, you see, this isn't all covered yet, so I will, once I come back on and we do that, then I'll come back on and then we'll add the final top layer, which will cover this sand dollar completely, because you want a smooth surface for, you know, throwing your keys in or whatever you want to use it for, or just for display. So give me 10 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, So we've had 10 minutes. So honestly, I could probably let this sit for 3 or 4 hours, but I'm going to go for it. There's something in there. So let me heat this up a little bit. And I'm going to take and put a little thick layer on this. Okay, and I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to blow it out, and let's hope for the best. I'm trying to decide if I want to blow this way first, because I want some of it to come on the shore. So let me get on the other side. And I think I'm going to blow this part the other way. And why isn't my gun coming on here? Well, I guess I have to plug it in for it to work. Must have come unplugged. Okay. Now it'll work. So, I've got my heat gun. And I'm just going to heat it up a little bit. And then I'm going to blow at an angle. Let me take a look at that. And I think I'm liking that. Let's add a little bit more heat to it. See if I can get some more bubbles going, cells going. I got some here, but not here. But let's give it a few minutes. They might start forming. Now I want another layer going out here. So I'm just gonna go like so. Okay, let's take the heat gun to that. And I'm not sure if I'm really happy with this, but let's see. I don't know if I had just too much white, but let's just move this around a little. And I'm going to put some, yeah, for some reason this isn't selling up very well. Let's take this down in here. Okay, let me add some alcohol and see if that can help this along a little bit. Yes, and there it's breaking it up. Okay, so I am going to let this sit for 3 hours. And then I'm going to come back and put one more layer on this. But, you know, sometimes my waves don't go the way I want it, but it doesn't look bad. And this is what I'm saying. Resin is resin. So I'm just going to see if I can. That looks good. It's settling down in here. But I'll probably hit this with some more alcohol one more time. And then once it sits for 3 hours, I'll put the clear on it. And I could probably add one more wave over the whole thing. Alexa, stop. That was my 30 minutes after I mixed the resin. So I know my time is out. But that's what I'm going to do. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Just take that down in there. I did add a couple little shells. But that's it for now. I'll see you back in 3 hours. Put another clear layer on. And we'll be good to go. All right, guys. See you in a few hours. Okay. I'm back. It's been 3 hours. So I'm actually really liking the piece now. I did wish it had a little bit more selling, but when you look in this, it has depth, and I really like it. So we're going to put the final coat on here, only because I need to cover these few little shells and part of this sand dollar. Everything else was covered, but I want this smooth. If you didn't want to do that, you could leave it like that, but I personally would like the whole area smooth. Okay, so because I waited 3 hours, the resin is still tacky. So my top resin pour will adhere to it. If by chance you would decide to wait to do the top pour the next day, I would lightly sand it. Now this is for the next day after 24 hours. I would lightly sand it, then clean it off with alcohol, and then pour. It just gives it something, with it sanded, it gives it more of a tooth to stick your resin to stick to instead of being so smooth. So I made 3 ounces, and I don't think I'm going to need 3 ounces. And I'm just going to start to pour this right on here. But you never know. I'm going to stop right about there. Let me see what I used so far. I used almost 2 ounces there. Now, I'm going to pop on my glasses here, and I want to see if I need to add more, if this needs leveled or needs more, and it does. I see in here it needs a little more, so I just didn't want to fill the piece because I still wanted the bowl. Let's see here. Yeah, now we're down to almost 2 ounces. So let me check this out. And everything is covered. That was perfect. I have a little bit extra, but I got something I can pour over here. But there you go. And that still leaves me the dip in the bowl, which that's what I wanted to do. Next time I make one, I might just pour 4 ounces. I might try it different the next time. But for now, that's it. I'm going to take my torch and make sure we don't have any bubbles. And that looks really good. Now, I could put another wave on this, but I'm kind of liking it the way it is. I can still see the blue water underneath. I stuck a starfish in there, and it looks like it's like floating along in the water. So I don't want to put another wave on this one. I'll have to do something where we can do a double layer with double waves, but I decided that this, I really like it now. So that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you taking your time out to watch my video. If you like what you're seeing, if you wouldn't mind, please hit the like button. Let me know what you think about the project in the comments. And if you want to see more of what I do, hit that little green turtle in the right-hand corner of the video to subscribe. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.